I'm Manouk Akopyan. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to our partners, personal injury attorney Nelson Kevorkian. Hi, everyone. I am joined by Albert Hayrapetyan, former boxing professional fighter, now a coach to many of the top stars in boxing, as well as MMA. Albert, I know you have a very close relationship with UFC lightweight star Arman Tsarukyan, who's getting ready to fight Islam Makhachev January 18th at UFC 311. Arman is training right now in the United States, but before he came to the United States, you were a part of his pre-camp in Russia training for the Makhachev fight. How was that entire process? Can you offer us some details as to what went into the preparation?
So hi to everyone. Very nice to meet you, Manuk, too. Thank you for the inviting. And yes, I know Arman from 2019, if I'm not wrong. He came once to Spain, where I was based before. Yeah, we trained a little bit together. Then we met a few times in different countries, in USA as well, and the last time in Dubai, where I moved now. Like I'm living in Dubai now, almost 1 year. And yeah, we worked a little bit in Dubai, and he invited me to join his camp in Russia, pre-camp in Russia. Yeah, it was like 4 weeks together there, working together there, and yeah, I'm looking forward for the fight, one of the biggest fight in MMA now, and yeah, looking forward to see him get this belt.
Absolutely. You, as a professional boxer who has been in the ring with the likes of Sergio Martinez, David Lemieux, world class level fighters, what role did you play with Arman in camp this time?
So he had three coaches there. So there was a wrestling coach, taekwondo coach, and myself as well as a boxing coach. So and I was taking the part of the boxing, of course, and the sparring session as well. So I was he chose me to to lead the sparrings as a ex-professional fighter as well. So and yeah, I was like working with him more on the strategic and tactic for the fight.
And of course, you're Armenian, you're born in Georgia. There's also that camaraderie of
Mm.
just be not only of you having the professional and coaching expertise, but also the cultural
Yes, of
closeness
course.
as well too. How important is that to him as far as having his brothers around him during training camp?
Yeah. So at first I saw it was all coincidence. I mean, like we met through a friend, good friend of us, 2019, like I said. And yeah, like I'm Armenian, he's from Georgia, I'm from Georgia. And of course, it's easier, the same mentality, even like I know like his boxing coach in USA is Roma, so he's Armenian too. So, it's like sometimes, yeah, it's maybe it's easier when you have the same mentality, it's like to explain something, to feel something, like and yeah, like yeah, it was like just a coincidence. But anyway, sorry. Anyway, like it was like good too, like that we met and we understand each other like from the first session, like like there was like a synergy a little bit, and he liked my how to say my vision of the fight, my how I see the fight, like how we studied the Makhachev, and that's why he invited me to the camp, I think.
Do you think the boxing is going to be the difference maker in this fight against Makachev, considering their the equal grappling and wrestling skills they have?
It's difficult to say sincerely because they both are very complete fighters. Both are very good in boxing, in kicking, and wrestling as well. So, and there is like not like which part will be best. I think it will be like more like even not even like who is better in the stand or in on the floor or wrestling. It will be more like who gonna have the best tactics for the fight and who gonna be first to do this uh, mistake. You know what I mean? Like so, they are both very very complete fighters, and of course the hands are very important as well. So people know that Makhachev is very good in wrestling, doing takedowns and on the floor. But sincerely, like I've seen Arman in wrestling too, is like he is not a joke. So it will be very difficult in um all the camps. So like on standing or on the floor, Arman gonna give him a very very good fight.
What were some of the areas that you were specifically drilling and focusing on for this camp? Not to give away all the details and the secrets,
Of course,
because I know Arman said he has some secrets for this fight as well too. But
of course, if we're gonna open the cards, it will be like just advantage for Makhachev. But of course, gonna just avoid his strong parts, strong points, and the weak points. We want to play with the weak points of him too.
what do you
And of
go ahead? I'm sorry.
no, no, just telling that, like it's like I can't just really like say like exactly what we're gonna do, but I think the plan was good. Like, and if he can put the plan on the game and keep the game, keep the plan, so he has very good chances to win.
Were you and Roma in contact with each other as far as having the transfer of camp to him, just kind of being in dialogue as far as what you guys are working on, being on the same page?
So I met Roma many years ago back in USA as well. Like I know him like not very good. Like we met just once. We talked like he's very good coach too. Like you just his results talks for themselves. He has a world champion Bahram now. I know he's very good coach, and I just left it for Arman. I mean, like I asked Arman, of course, like like. How is the team there thinking about the strategies we made and all. And Arman, I think, is so involved in the training camp. He didn't answer me like, and I don't want to like be like annoying him a little bit, with that. Like I'm sure too they have very good plan for the fight too. Like, and I think too Arman would transfer them my ideas and ideas of the other coaches there, and they will work and with that as well. Like they're gonna consider that opinions as well. And I'm sure too, like he has a very good team. Like I mean, like he has a MMA team there, so they are better at what they're doing. That's and a boxing coach. You know what I mean? So because there are many things like, for example, I could say, but wouldn't work because I don't know about the kicks, different distance, the takedowns and stuff like that. But I'm sure like he told them about what we were working with him there, and they would consider that as well.
What do you think makes Arman a special fighter? Because I think he also has a very unique DNA and makeup that maybe not a lot of Armenian fighters have had in the past. His is a very unique demeanor. Being close to him in camp, what would you say is separates him from being a great?
I think his professionalism, his dedication. I was lucky to work with, for example, John Carlo as well, one of my fighters, and I see the same in him. Like when he's in the camp, he just lives for that. I mean, like the discipline is very important, and he just gives 110% of it. So he just, like he's first in wake up when we were going like for a walk in the morning before the breakfast, like at 8 a.m. And when you just come down, he's already downstairs doing the gymnastic before us, like half an hour, 1 hour before he's already outside, it's like walking out from the gym the last. So strict with everything. time to go to the bed, to wake up, food, nutrition. So he's just a soldier, and that's what makes the difference. You know what I mean? I mean, you can have talent and all, but he's good in everything. And one of the things I like of him too, like he don't want to stop never to learn something new. I mean, he always like add something new in the process. Taekwondo coach, wrestling coach, even myself. He just trained with me 2 times. He seen something like he liked, and Albert, I wanted to come to the camp. You know what I mean? Like he's always like um, wants something new, like for change the game. You know, so to be better, and that's what like differentiate him from other fighters. He never wants to stop to progress.
And going to Makachev was obviously one of the all-time greats already in the UFC. How would you assess his boxing at this stage of his career? Do you think that's one of his weaknesses, considering his all-around greatness?
So yes, he is not bad. I mean, like he is good. His boxing is good too, but he just do few things, but he does them very good, and that's it. But he is like not very versatile boxer or something like that. You know, it's like he has good style. He's tall, long arms. He uses very good the distance. He can anticipate very good sometimes, but it's nothing extraordinary. I mean, of course, I look as a boxing coach, he's different. He is not a boxer. And for me, he is very, how you say in English, uh, uh, sorry, my English sometimes, like
Oh no,
I
no, no,
just mix with other
no,
languages. Um,
don't worry.
es muy, so limited a little bit to say, like
Gotcha.
he just can do like few things good, it's like, and that's it. Like, it's not like he's like, very very like versatile in the boxing or do something like extraordinary or something or good or something like it's like it's very very standard easy boxing stuff. Of course he feels good distance, he uses his advantages, but nothing like crazy. So, and how I say too, like, I mean, like, of course, I see as a boxing coach, boxing point is like, of course, he's not a boxer, but for MMA, he is good. He's good. But how I see like Arman is better. His hands are better. I think Arman like could be like even a good boxer if he would like to be. So he will be a very good boxer as well.
From the Oliveira fight in April to the preparation for the Makachev fight now, what would you say has been the biggest improvements Arman has made?
So improvements, like I mean, like how I said, like I didn't work for with him like whole time, all his career or something like that. We just did this camp together. Of course, I worked few times in 2000 back in 2019. Like, but watching his fights and all, like I see, for example, like the speed he is, for example, kicks. I mean, I was surprised. I was surprised. I was surprised. Like he kick very. His coach, Taekwondo coach, does very good work as well with him. And yeah, it's like, and what I like in Arman too is like he's very like loose, relaxed. He's not like usually you see the MMA fighters when they kicking or where they box, so they very tight, stiff. And Arman, you see like this looseness, relaxed, and very good eye, and very sharp. So his reaction time is very good because he's very always relaxed. His body's relaxed. He's not stiff. He's not tight.
You're obviously picking Ottoman to win this fight. How do you see this fight unfolding? Will it go the 5 round distance? Is this going to be a KO, a submission? How do you envision this fight ending?
So of course, I just because I've been in the camp with Arman, I've seen him training. I've seen his. I don't mean like just physically, how I see him psychologically, like how convinced he is and his dedication as well. So I don't see him. losing this fight. I just don't imagine it. And because you see that in the fighters, in the eyes, you see this fire, like this hunger, like how he wants this belt. And sincerely, yeah, I mean, Makhachev is very good fighter as well. You can't this I say disvalue that. I mean, like, and this will be very hard to win. And of course, I don't see maybe like the knockout there, but Arman winning is 100% points probably. Like, but anyway, I think to have even chances to finish that fight earlier, difficult. But anyway, like for me, Arman will win.
You're based in Dubai now. The fight's in Los Angeles. Big Armenian community. Do you plan on making it to the fight to see it in person?
Yeah, I'm just looking for that if I have chance to go. Like there are a few things I have to finish in Dubai too. Have few meetings there, like maybe it's to start to work with some fighters there because I'm just moved to Dubai just 1 year and I'm just working with John Carl now, just with my old fighter. And if I have chance, of course, I wish to go. I would love to be there and see the judge uh, take the Arman's hand and bring it up and
He would
celebrate, of course, the win with him, with the team.
absolutely. He would be the first Armenian to become a champion in the UFC. He's already had probably the most successful career in the UFC by an Armenian. There's been the likes of Manvel Gamburian, Karo Parisian. There's a few others a few other Armenians in UFC right now, but obviously Arman has been the most successful uh, with his career so far, and we're looking forward to seeing what UFC 311 looks like. Albert, thank you very much for taking the time and giving us a glimpse of what camp was like, and I'm sure we'll be reconnecting after January 18 as well.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure, Manouk, and wish you all the best too for this new year. And hopefully, no, no, hopefully, I'm sure we're gonna get the first Armenian UFC champion this year. So 18th of January. Thank you very much and all the